We are so back.
Yeah. No technical difficulties today. It's because I'm in the chair. Sorry, Roser.
It sounds like a Roser problem to me. Hey, I like your sweatshirt.
Thanks.
I have that one too.
I wore it in honor of the Good Hippie release this weekend.
Have you seen that shirt?
Or is that's home opener,
it's the
right?
Home opener.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites.
It's awesome.
I'm a Good Hippie stan. Like
I'm a fan of his work as well.
I have a lot of Good Hippie in my closet, which is so funny because when you think of just like brands you wear often, locally, Good Hippie is known. I think Good Hippie should be known nationally. Every time I wear the Juju Watkins shirt that he made for
Folks
USC,
ask.
I wear it around USC people and they'll be like, where can I get this? I'm like, sorry, it's a Good Hippie original.
Wear local.
Shop local.
Wear local.
Wear local, shop local,
Yeah.
eat local, drink coffee local.
That's right.
Stroll local. Movie local.
That's right.
Grocery local. All the locals.
Hey, it's game day.
Get up, it's game day. It's a 6 o'clock game day though. That's my kind of game day.
That is my favorite game day.
You have
I
no
love
idea.
that. I didn't know this.
Now that you're doing some of the away games, you have no idea
6
how
o'clock
a
tip-offs?
6 o'clock tip-off hits different.
That's good stuff. I'm ready for the 9 o'clock.
Beautiful thing. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you are not. Those were the worst back in the day. Back in my day. With my little Comrex at home. Plugged in until the wee hours of the morning for a West Coast road trip.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pick your brain a little bit before I start this journey.
I'm honored.
Okay.
I'll share all my best insights.
I think Roser's got the call tonight.
He does.
Yep.
He does, which is, you guys should have planned it better because now he has to get up tomorrow morning. Whoa, that laptop shut in a very fun way. What's up, everybody? It is Wednesday, October 15th. It is going to be a good day. Jessica Benson with you from the Grind City Media Studios in Memphis, Tennessee. Bennett Doyle in for CJ Hurt behind the glass. Coming up on today's show, we are 1 week away from the Grizzlies season opener. We have an update on John Morant and Jaren Jackson Jr. The Grizz have a preseason game tonight in Greensboro. We'll get into what we are looking for. We'll do some oops, we missed it again stories from the week we haven't yet gotten to, including media versus coaches basketball games happening in Boston. Did Victor Wembanyama actually grow? Dodgers pitchers have been insane. We'll get into all of that. D'Angelo Williams will join us as he does every Wednesday. We never know what we'll chat with him about. And then we are doing Theater Thursday on a Wednesday in honor of Bennett Doyle being in the booth. So we'll do some movie talk. No, I still haven't seen one battle after another.
Come on.
I have it on my schedule for Sunday. We'll get into that and more. It's a Wednesday. You know what we say. How does it feel? R.I.P. D'Angelo. We're losing too many greats.
You ready? I've been ready. What are we waiting for?
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 Or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Let's go, Grizz! Let's go!
Oh, John Moran just broke the rim with that finish.
Defense, take them ball! Defense, take them ball!
Jared with a rejection.
Give me that!
Moran digs at it, knocks it away. Picked up by Pippen. Bob, Brendan Clark.
Ooh, on that rim!
Grizz Nation, don't foul out on dinner plans. Hit Sticks Express in downtown Memphis instead. Fresh hibachi, steak, shrimp, sushi tacos, and yes, our legendary sake slushy to keep things cool. Order online with code STIX901, STIX901, and knock 10% off your tab. It's the perfect pick and roll for game night. Sticks Express, fast, fresh, always a slam dunk. And hey, come see us at our Collierville location too.
Feels great to feel the sunshine. Gotta own the day like it's all mine. Just got paid in his own time. Been working hard, I've been on the grind. I deserve this feeling, having my way. I've been on this healing. This is my day. The sun's out, ay, let's have a little fun now. Ay, I wanna let it all out. Ay, that's what's it all about. Ay, ay, 'cause I deserve this feeling, having my way. I deserve this healing. This is my day.
Grind City Media presents The Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt. Live from the Grind City Media Studios on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. We are so back. Bennett Doyle knows how to plug things in right. He got the TV going. He got the audio going. He got the cameras
Thank God.
going. Bennett Doyle, the hero we all deserve in this world. Good morning, Bennett.
Hey, good morning.
How you doing this fine Wednesday?
I'm doing good. Like I said, it's a game day. I would like to get, it doesn't have to happen, but it would be nice to get maybe one preseason win. I mean, I think
Is that asking too much?
I don't think it's asking too much. I just want one, and
You
I think
said
this is the
earlier this
opportunity.
week, it's in Greensboro. There's no home court advantage
That's
for the
right.
Charlotte Hornets. They can't even have their arena ready in time for the preseason. Where's their respect for the preseason?
No, it was,
know?
it was so funny. Like our one of our a great social media people, Darby, was like, I was like, have fun in Greensboro. She's like, I'm going to Charlotte. I was like, oh, you're in for a rude
No, you're
awakening.
not.
Enjoy that plane
Wrong,
ride. Yeah.
Incorrect. You're going to Greensboro. It will be a game, and the game is at 6 o'clock Central Time, which I love.
Mm-hmm.
Bennett loves. We all love a 6 o'clock game. It'll be over nice and early. Before we get into the thrilling things that we would like to see from the Grizzlies in preseason game number 4, and this is your reminder that the NBA preseason is too long. 5 preseason games are a lot of preseason action. We did get some, I'll call it good news, yesterday from practice before the team headed off to Greensboro, North Carolina for tonight's game. Coach Tomas Isolo provided updates on Ja Morant and Jaren Jackson Jr. per Drew Hill at the Daily Memphian. Isolo said, quote, both guys are progressing very well and are able to do significantly more than they were a week ago. And he was then asked if they could play in the preseason, and he said, you would have to ask that to the medical team. I coach the players available. So I'm going to just remove the second part of that answer because who knows? We're probably not seeing them in the preseason.
Doubtful.
But we love progressing very well.
I love progression, yes.
Progression is one of my favorite words as it pertains to players who are dealing with injuries. Because if you're progressing, you're a step closer today to playing basketball than you were yesterday.
That's
and that is something to celebrate. Would you like to see them in the last preseason game, the 5th preseason game in Miami on Friday?
I don't think we will. So
why hope for something that's not going to happen?
But sure, yeah. I mean, it would be nice, I guess. Typically, though, those last preseason games are more reserved for like the guys that are fighting to make a roster. Isn't it like it's usually?
Do you think we'll see Charlie Brown?
Yes, like I think we will see maybe none of the main rotation guys on that last preseason game.
Well, you
maybe
either
like one
treat
or
it
two.
As like a quarter of dress rehearsal.
Right, maybe the first quarter.
Because sports are theater.
Right.
And so one last dress rehearsal before the real thing a week from today, or you see none of it, and it's just, like you said, the end of the rotation. I do, and I know I've brought this up many a times, find myself having just little flares of preseason FOMO, which is so stupid because the preseason does not technically matter, right? Like, how many times can you say wins and losses of the preseason do not count? Somebody doing something cool in the preseason does not mean that a team's title odds improve, that their playoff odds improve, that they're destined to win a couple games early in the season. However, when I'm watching Zion Williamson throw down 360 dunks in a preseason game as he intercepts a pass meant for Kevin Durant, I do find myself very thirsty for just a small sip of fun basketball.
Oh yeah, when I see Amin Thompson and Jose Alvarado getting a fight last night, I'm like, hey, let's go. Like, let's
Look
do
at
this.
From Zion. Just open court. And again, what's it
He's
for?
back.
But I'll look at that and say, Zion's got that bounce back.
Zion's back.
Zion's so back. And we see Zion Williamson right here at FedEx Forum a week from today. That's a little more scary than other things. That's where, like, okay, great, Jaren Jackson Jr., please continue to progress well for the next 7 days. And if that means not playing a single preseason game, cool. Just be on the court opening night when the New Orleans Pelicans are in town. So there is some level of rim protection for Zion Williamson, and hopefully he's not having wide open breakaway dunk on dunk on dunk on dunk. But it is nice to see from a Zion Williamson standpoint. But it is the kind of thing where, like, Luka scored 20 plus last night. Steph Curry scored 20 plus last night. I'm like, oh my God, I just want to see the Grizzlies with a moment.
I do too.
I think that's what I'm asking for tonight. Dear Memphis Grizzlies, just give us a moment. I'm not even asking for a win. I'm just asking for a moment.
Yeah, like it would be cool to see Ty Jerome go for 30, or something like that. Yeah, I'm with you.
How about even like a sick Ty Jerome pass?
Yeah.
I don't even need to see
I'll
him go
take that
off for
too.
30, but someone makes the shot off the pass so we get the complete highlight. I'd love to see an early game moment. We got like a small snap of it from Cedric Coward at the end of that last game where he had the dunk and then the 3 and it cut it to 4. But I'd prefer to see it against whoever starts for the Hornets tonight. And the Hornets have been playing their guys. Who knows who's out there? It's the preseason. This is like the irony of the preseason. I don't care about the Hornets. Play whoever you want.
Right.
But as it pertains to the Grizzlies, who I'm actually interested in, just a continuation for Cedric Coward and then good moments from Ty Jerome and Kenny Caldwell-Pope. Because thus far, the main takeaway from the preseason is the encouraging performance of those two vets and what they mean. And this idea of, can those two equal the loss of Desmond Bane in total impact for this team and allow them to overperform this season? I know, ESPN came out with their over-unders of the season.
That was exciting.
That was exciting. How many games did they predict the Grizzlies?
I want to say that it was like 47 or something like that. It was
more than most have been putting them at. The win projections for all 30 teams. They put the Grizzlies at, not 47, 44.6. But
close enough.
That's over the 40.5. And there was like some simulation that got put out yesterday that had the Grizzlies far overperforming and easily in the 4 spot in the Western Conference. So there are people out there who are encouraged by what this Grizzlies team can be. And an 0-3 start to the preseason is not deterring their hope or their optimism for this team. And it shouldn't take away from our optimism either. But just give us something.
Yeah, for sure.
Just a little some fun to have. I'll tell you, the funnest thing that I saw, is funnest a word?
I use
Most
it.
fun. Funniest.
Funnest
Funnest.
Is cool. It's early.
Best thing. It is early. Thank you for
I'm good with funnest.
supporting my vocabulary at all times. Do you see what popped off in Boston yesterday?
Yes, the scrimmage.
Yes.
The scrimmage heard around the world. Yeah.
So people who missed it, Joe Mazzulla, Celtics head coach, surprised the Celtics media who showed up thinking that they were going to play in their yearly media pickup game. And the Celtics had offered one of the Auerbach courts for that media pickup game. And much to the surprise of the media, when they were doing a scrum with Joe Mazzulla beforehand, he goes, "Oh, you're actually going to be playing against the coaches." So it turns into Celtics media versus Celtics coaches, including Joe Mazzulla himself. Absolute maniacal behavior from Joe Mazzulla. Are we surprised that of all teams to do this, it is a Joe Mazzulla coach Celtics team that is the first?
No, I'm not.
Corey Thompson. Look at Corey Thompson balling. He was a good representative of the media. You can see that score in the background.
So he got one, because how many points did they score?
He got a bucket.
How many points? What was the final score?
They scored 4 points.
That's what I was. Okay, so
They
he was
scored 4 points. That's
got
one of
a
his
bucket.
buckets.
Jesus.
The final score was 57-4. This is my favorite. This is God Sham God Jr. Just a casual half-court shot to end it with a 53-point win for the coaches. But those coaches treated it like it was the championship. Like Joe Mazzulla is out there just clapping everyone up, yelling at people. At one point, he started screaming for the coaches to just take threes, and they're just hunting their spots and hitting 3 after 3. Corey Thompson, so for people who don't remember, Corey wrote for the Commercial Appeal before he ended up in Boston. He's been on our show quite a few times, and wonderful to see him represent the media well. And then my friend Bobby Kravitsky, who was Chris's fraternity brother, he's in my fantasy football league.
Okay.
And our fantasy football group chat pops off this morning, and they're like, shout out Bobby for scoring 2 points in the media
Shout out.
versus coaches game. And I go, no way. I know both people responsible for scoring any points in this media versus coaches game. And those were the only points that were scored.
That is more rewarding than any fantasy football championship in my mind.
That you scored?
Yes.
You
And there's
think
video
for those
evidence.
Two, you think for Kari and Bobby, they get to feel better than the rest of that media team?
Yeah, because we would. I mean, I don't know the coaching staff top to bottom, but I'm assuming most
You ready
of them.
for this?
I'm assuming all of them are former players, and I would assume a lot of them are former NBA players.
So Sam Cassell did not play.
Okay.
But at
Thank
55
God.
years old, I think he still would have kicked everyone's ass. But Sam Cassell did not play. You have Phil Pressey, who played at Mizzou, and Emil Jefferson, who played at Duke, and both of them spent some time in the league and playing overseas, at least for Jefferson. Tony Dobbins, who was a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year in France's top professional league.
Okay.
You have DJ McClay, who played for Bucknell and was on that 13-seed Bucknell team that went to the NCAA tournament. And then, as mentioned, you have God Sham God's son, God Sham God Jr., who has basketball in his blood, and he played in college too. And those are the guys that you're playing against. And on top of that, like if you're a media member, sure, you might get some run. Like a lot of our media guys play pickup here and there, but you are not in the shape of a sports team employee who has access to gym, equipment, training,
whenever
whatever.
they need it.
And you're also practicing with NBA players constantly. Like, you are not built for this if you are the media. And Joe Mazzulla knew that. What do you think Joe Mazzulla's main goal was by doing that to the media yesterday? To humiliate them?
Yeah, I mean, it's
Politely?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that Boston media is just as cutthroat as some of the other bigger markets around the country, and so it's a way to get back at these people before they write bad about you during the season.
To understand like the speed of the game, the talent differences. I heard Jaylen Brown, I guess, yelled down at them afterwards and was like, "Hey, does anybody want to do media? Does anybody want to do an interview afterwards?" Which would have been phenomenal. It's a very humbling experience, I imagine.
Oh, dude, because I'm like, the thing is it's so funny because guys that barely get in NBA games or guys that come in and don't do well and stuff like that, and people, they suck.
Yes.
This guy sucks. That guy would destroy you, right?
He would wreck your soul on the basketball court.
Yeah, it's why I literally have tried to eliminate that guy sucks from my vocabulary, because it's like that guy doesn't, maybe in the grand scheme of the actual NBA, he is not on par with a lot of the people, but you put him in a gym just with some media members, he's putting up 70, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I try to be as thoughtful as possible, and we're not beat writers,
right,
and we're not people who cover the team in as critical of a way as a capital J journalist might, but I do always try to remember they would destroy me in a heartbeat. I did also think what if I had torn my Achilles in a Grizzlies media versus Grizzlies coaches game as opposed to me playing against the finance department in the Grizzlies 3-on-3 tournament? Like, what if we had shown up to the Grizzlies 3-on-3 tournament and one of the teams had been Grizzlies coaching staff and they had just lit up every single person? Do you think they would have donated to my cause?
Yes, I do think so.
Because that's what Chris was like. It might have been more humiliating, but they might have given you money.
You know, we once upon a time did that, right? They once upon a time did they had a media game. I don't know if they played the coaches, but they did have like a pickup game. There was a media game here back in the day. I don't think so anymore. I mean, I'm sure you tearing your Achilles like didn't help.
They can't. No,
the cost.
Everyone keeps blaming me for taking basketball out of this organization outside of the team playing. They brought the 3-on-3 tournament back. They've done a 3-on-3 tournament where I sat sideline.
Yeah.
I showed up. The Jessica Benson Memorial 3-on-3 tournament.
Good.
That I named it. That was not officially named that because I think HR likes to forget.
We should name it that.
I signed a waiver. Like, I have no one to blame but myself. I signed a waiver. I went down on my own volition. If you are looking for a great article to read about yesterday's game, Noah Dalzell, who reports for the Celtics and does great WNBA coverage as well, she had a really nice recap of the entire experience up at CelticsBlog.com, and I encourage you to read that. And one last quote from Bobby, who was one of the two who scored. He said, quote, "Jason Tatum better be worried about his job security." So you get one bucket in a coaches versus media game. I think your ego probably soars quite a bit. There are two people who can celebrate out of that game, and everyone else had a very embarrassing Tuesday afternoon.
Yes, they did.
We'll take a quick break. We will come back on the other side. We'll talk a little bit about Victor Wembanyama. He's apparently taller than any of us could ever imagine. We'll also get into MLB playoff action from last night. Dodgers went up 2-0 on the Brewers. Their pitching has been incredible. We'll get into all that and more, plus D'Angelo Williams still ahead after a quick break.
I had dinner last night with Grizzlies head coach Tomas Isalo, and that was a pleasant experience. It is not hard to understand how a franchise could fall in love with the idea of him running the basketball team. If there would have been a camera on our conversation last night and I could just replay it for you, you would walk away incredibly impressed.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
Intelligence, his all new tour.
You're the other white meat. How can you be so smart on one hand and so stupid on the other? Well, you're half of it. I realize I could have avoided all this years ago with one simple word. I do not. Silence!
Don't miss a Memphis. Friday, April 10th, FedEx Forum. Tickets on sale Monday, September 29th at jefftudham.com.
Nate Bargatze.
Look, I say a lot of dumb stuff. I try to keep it in front of large groups. Seems to go better that way.
Big Dumb Eyes World Tour.
When you say something dumb one-on-one, it's a lot for that person. I'll say it, then I can just feel that they feel the weight of my life on their shoulders.
Tickets and info at NateBargatze.com. Don't miss the Big Dumb Eyes World Tour. Nate Bargatze.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item, whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Jaron Jackson has a message for y'all. Jaron, say it now.
What?
It's the best show in the world.
Yeah, Trip. When I showed up at the event last night, he goes, "You got the biggest show in the world." And I said, "No, I really don't." And he goes, "To me, you do. I see you every day." I asked him why he doesn't just walk up here, and he's like, "Because I don't want you to be able to prepare." I was like,
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Welcome back, welcome back. I did receive more updates from the Celtics media versus coaches.
What's going on?
Bobby said, shout out Kari Thompson. We needed him to get rebounds. Huge second chance basket to help us cover the spread. So good for him. Shout out Kari. He also said that Joe's mandate to the coaches was shut us out, meaning us, the media. Every time they scored, he would yell at them to press up. Their coaching staff is loaded. Their closing speed when anyone got the ball was outrageous.
I love it.
Said when he told us we're playing them, it was with no emotion on his face. People didn't know if he was serious. I was like, that definitely wasn't a joke. That's a big change to your day. That's a big turning point of your day. You're like, I'm going to get buckets on my fellow media members. And it's like, no, you're about to get absolutely embarrassed by the coaching staff.
Yeah.
Hey, I forgot to say the best thing I watched last night.
What's going on?
Are you watching Dancing with the Stars at all?
Okay, it is so weird that you bring that up because
I think it's entering the sports space.
Is it really? So
yes.
My kid is like super into like music and the arts and stuff right now. Like he's getting really into music right now. And so that's a good introduction to just, you know what I mean? Like it's family friendly, it's performative. Yeah. And so we watch it every now and again. But I have been following this Robert Irwin story because
my God.
As a kid, I loved The Crocodile Hunter so much. Me and my cousins used to watch The Crocodile Hunter all the time. And when he died, we were devastated, like just devastated. And now his kid is older and carrying on the legacy, and he's got his own show and stuff like that. And I saw him and his mom getting emotional last night. It just broke me. It was like the sweetest thing you've ever seen in your life.
Bennett, I cried.
It was
watching Dancing with the Stars last night. I genuinely cried watching Dancing with the Stars. I have not watched Dancing with the Stars since I graduated from high school, and probably a little bit before that. I was a big reality TV like competition watcher from American Idol, Dancing with the Stars, So You Think You Can Dance, obviously going back to like America's Next Top Model, Flavor of Love, Rock of Love, anything that was on I would watch. And then I went to college and I really just kind of popped out of the competition. Survivor, Big Brother, everything. But this year I started seeing a lot of rumblings about Dancing with the Stars. And I was like, I'm going to go back and watch. And then I realized I don't really want to watch the full episodes, so I watched the clips.
Yes.
But I seek out the clips. And I knew that this week was dedication week. So all of the dancers or all of the competitors picked someone to dedicate their dance to, someone who has meant a lot to them and who they would want to use as an opportunity to shine the light on that person. And Robert Irwin picked his mom, Terry, who we also know because she was as big of a part of Steve Irwin's life as anyone.
Shout out to Terry.
Shout out to Terry.
She's a huge part of that show too.
She pops up last night in that dance with Robert and just waterworks. I'm like, is this one of the most emotional things I've ever seen? Is an episode of Dancing with the Stars one of the most emotional things I've ever seen? And then I saw another clip that made me cry. I cried twice watching Dancing with the Stars clips from last night because Danielle Fishel, who played Topanga on Boy Meets World.
Oh yeah, they brought the cast. Everybody.
Not just the cast. She brought Mr. Feeney.
Yep.
98-year-old Mr. Feeney shows up at Dancing with the
Shout out
Stars
Boy
last
Meets
night.
World.
He goes there. His name, William Daniels, is the actor, and he's known for more than just Mr. Feeney. But to all of us who grew up in that time period, he is Mr. Feeney, definitively. And like, again, he's 98 years old. She's there doing her dance. He's there. And I'm crying again. And I'm like, this dang show?
Yeah.
Why am I crying watching Dancing with the Stars? This is one of the craziest things to be getting emotional over. And yet, here I am. But I did see some people are treating it like a weekly sporting event, which it kind of is.
Yeah, yeah.
They get
it's competition,
scored.
yeah.
Like Dylan Efron, Zac Efron's brother, got the first set of like all nines.
Had no clue
last
that's
night.
who that was.
Oh, Dylan Efron he was on Traders, which I've told you a million times. If you would love Traders as a reality show.
Gotcha.
But he was on Traders. He's he's Zac Efron's brother, and he danced with their little sister, and it was nice. But the Robert Irwin one was just like.
And it's just so crazy because he he was a baby when his dad died, or he was like a toddler when his dad died, and.
Yes.
And speaking of Terry, there's this famous quote from her that was like, I never dated again or never wanted to get remarried because I already had the love of my life. And I was like, God, it breaks your heart. But then this kid's older now and is this maybe a little bit younger, but around the same age as his dad was when he first got started doing that show. And it's like watching Steve Irwin all over again. You know what I mean?
He's also really good.
Oh yeah, he's great.
He moves so well.
And I just he's carried on that, that zoo that they have in Australia, and he's carried on this conservation effort. And man, I'm a big fan.
Finding out that Terry Irwin has not been on a single date since Steve Irwin died, that's real romance right there.
Right.
That's just, you're so devastated. You found your one love. You found your true love story. And I'm not, everyone grieves differently and everyone moves on differently. I don't think there's a right way or a wrong way to deal with something like that. But I think it's really special when you have someone who's like, nope, that was it for me. I have my children now. I have my conservation efforts. I can pour my love into those things, and I don't necessarily need to find someone else because I had my one guy. I'm a one and done. He's gone. I will make sure his legacy lives forever. Oh, beautiful. Dancing with the Stars. Check it out, or at least just go to the Dancing with the Stars social media accounts because they post all those videos really quick, and it's been fun to look into. All right, one of the things I've been monitoring this NBA preseason, what is the true height of Victor Wembanyama?
It's never ending. It's constantly changing, JB.
I think that's actually accurate. He's constantly morphing a few inches so that he is now closer to 8 feet than he is 7 feet.
Yep.
Because closer to 8 feet would mean 7'6" and above. Closer to 7 feet would be 7'6" and below, or 7'5" and below, I should say. And yesterday, Brian Windhorst was on NBA Today with Boban. And Windhorst was saying that Wemby's rookie year listed height of 7'3" was a lie. That he was probably closer to 7'5", which means that if he grew another 2 inches over this offseason, as has been reported, it wouldn't be an increase from 7'3" to 7'5". It would be an increase from 7'5" to 7'7". And Boban added to this story because he said he's officially 7'4". So Boban's 7'4", and when he saw Wemby in person for the first time, he claims he was looking up at him. So even though at the time Wemby was listed at 7'3", Boban is 7'4", and he said he's looking up at Wemby. And I'm no physics major, I'm no anatomy major, but I think if you're looking up at someone, it means that they're generally taller than you. I am a short person, so I do have vast experience in looking up at the people around me. And it brought me back to my Grizz Files that I did with Zach Edey on Media Day. And we were talking about welcome to the NBA moments and just interesting moments from his career. And he said it was a really odd experience being on the court with Victor Wembanyama last season because so infrequently has he ever been around somebody who was taller than him.
He's always been the tallest guy.
Exactly.
Right.
And so I think it just continues to this lore that Victor Wembanyama is actually way taller than any of us can imagine. And there was a picture that went viral yesterday that came from one of his dunks in his big 27-point game the other night. He's flat-footed. This man is flat-footed with his hand still hanging inside the rim. That's freaky stuff.
I don't understand how he's able to move the way that he does. It's really crazy. Because I'm a lot of these guys, they have like the giant feet or the giant hands, and like it's I don't know, it's like
Boban when. My favorite thing about watching Boban in person
up and down the court
is his hands.
That's right.
His hands are ginormous, and he looks
and Boban's
like
athletic
a giant.
for
He's
sure.
athletic. I'm not trying to say he moves well.
Yeah.
But like the fluidity that Victor Wembanyama
he doesn't
moves
move
with
like Wemby,
is
right?
Sick.
Yes, it's crazy.
Like I'm like this does not feel. This feels like AI.
Yes.
This feels like something that was generated on a video that my eyes would tell me. I would tell my 70-year-old parents if they sent me a video of Victor Wembanyama with no context and like erase my brain. You're sending it to me for the first time. I'd be like, guys, I've told you how to spot fake stuff on the internet. I've taught you how to go away from this.
I think you mentioned Zach Edey, and obviously the Grizzlies drafted Zach Edey because they needed rebounding and a rim protecting center like that. They drafted him for their reasons, right? They drafted him for the reasons of the Grizzlies franchise, but. You just look, and we've been saying Wemby's coming. Like, you have to prepare to be able to handle that guy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
I feel like these Western Conference teams, you got to have a big center, right?
Yes.
Like, how are you going to compete with that team when they get to the peak of their powers, which could be this season, if you don't have a huge center to at least put on the floor with that guy? He's going to score 50, right. It's just interesting. Like
Creates a conundrum.
Yeah.
Okay, how about this? We talked with Mike Wallace yesterday about how there's too many preseason lists to keep track of
Bleacher
in the
Report
NBA.
just put out their top 100 like this morning. Yeah.
Yahoo Sports put out their.
I love Yahoo, by the way.
I do too.
Call me old. I don't care.
No,
I like pictures.
Their sports newsletter that I get every day from Kendall Baker.
Mm-hmm.
He used to be out on his own. He ended up with Yahoo. His newsletter is like the best sports newsletter you can get every morning.
All right.
It's succinct. It's a quick read. It's an efficient read, but it gives you like a little taste of everything.
Okay.
But it included this morning Yahoo Sports' NBA co-stars ranked. So yesterday we got into the ESPN tiering off the trios in the NBA. This is co-stars ranked. And I'll give you the top 10. Number 1 is Jalen Williams. I think that's fair coming off of an NBA championship.
Yeah, sure.
So co-star to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Mm-hmm. Number 2 is LeBron James. When do you think the last time in his career
I bet he doesn't like that.
LeBron James was called a co-star?
Never in his career.
Ever, right?
Yeah, never.
Not once.
No.
It has always been star LeBron James and others. And now with Luka in the mix, they have LeBron James as the co-star of the Los Angeles Lakers. They wrote, what else is there to say about James? He's unquestionably on the Mount Rushmore of NBA legends, along with Jordan, Abdul-Jabbar, and Russell. How you want to order them is your business. Nobody has sustained his greatness for as long as James has. Did we mention he's 40? Do you know how good you have to be in order to be among the league's best second options at the age of 40? Your days as an all-NBA performer cannot be behind you, and James has proven when healthy is still one of the league's 15 best players. Remarkably, he has not missed an all-NBA team since 2004. So I think, their reasoning is fair, calling him the co-star, and the ushering in of the Luka era in Los Angeles. Like, this is what this was always about, for there to be a baton to be passed. But the baton has been passed metaphorically, legitimately, realistically.
Yeah.
We're now in 2025 having conversations about LeBron James being a co-star. I wanted to get through go ahead.
Well, I think too, like just, we know he's going to miss the beginning of the regular season. We might miss the game here, which would suck.
He's probably going to miss the game.
He's probably going to miss the game here.
You should still come because it's Halloween, and what more
it's gonna
fun
be a
way
blast, yeah.
to spend it than watching the Jake LaRavia takedown, right?
I don't think did you see?
It's not built for the revenge game.
Marcus started last night for the Lakers. I don't think he scored. Yeah. Anyways.
Besides the point.
We'll talk about that later. No, I was talking to GP about this last week. I deal with the sciatica. Like, he talked about his butt hurts.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, that is one of those things that doesn't go away, right? You just manage that. That you don't get rid of that.
And it's really painful.
Yeah, it doesn't go away. Like, it gets better, and sometimes it gets worse. So I just wonder, I wonder if we're getting close to the last year. I do.
Of course, we're close to it.
Yeah,
but we're going to know when it's the last year. There is no way
we're
he
getting a
goes
retirement
down
tour.
without a retirement tour.
We are getting a retirement tour, yes.
And to be clear, he deserves a retirement tour.
No
He deserves to step
question.
into every city, whether
That's
he's playing or not.
Get a
and
tribute
everyone
video.
To be there
You're damn right.
And have the
Yep.
opportunity for everybody to come out and see LeBron James in their city playing against their team one last time.
Yes.
Period.
Period.
I want it. I will be disappointed
Yeah.
if we don't get that. Just like I'll be disappointed if and when he doesn't play.
Yeah,
on
I mean, even
Halloween
if he doesn't play, like let's say he's dealing with, like the little nagging injuries like he's already starting to this year, like you still want to have like the thank you, LeBron.
Yes.
Some teams will do a
I
video.
want him to do a jersey
you want
swap
him to,
with every team.
to come out and wave.
Yes.
Like, yeah, you want that. I mean, he's one of the most famous players of all time.
All time.
Yeah, so yeah.
The rest of that top 10, number 3, Evan Mobley. Number 4, Jimmy Butler. Number 5, Karl Anthony Towns. Number 6, De'Aaron Fox. Number 7, Franz Wagner. Number 8, Alperen Şengün. Number 9, Jamal Murray. And number 10, Jaren Jackson Jr.
I was going to say, where's Jaren?
Jaren Jackson
Yep.
Jr. in the top 10 of NBA co-stars ranked via Yahoo in your 767th preseason list that you have consumed going into this season. Before we get to D'Angelo Williams real quick, MLB playoff action last night. Dodgers went up 2-0 on the Brewers. Both away teams in the championship series now 2-0 after winning both on the road between the Mariners and the Dodgers. Yamamoto for the Dodgers last night pitched a complete game. He went all 9 innings, gave up 3 hits, 1 run. It was a leadoff home run, and then never gave up another one throughout the game. First Dodgers complete game in the postseason since 2004. Jose Lima's complete game against the Cardinals. I remember watching that game on TV in my living room.
Mm-hmm.
But the Dodgers pitchers have been insane to start the NLCS. Between Yamamoto and Blake Snell, who pitched a gem in game 1, the two of them have gone 17 innings, allowed 4 hits, 1 run, have struck out 17 batters, and walked just 1. That's insane.
Yeah, they feel inevitable.
As a massive playoff baseball fan, I'm disappointed that the Dodgers feel this inevitable.
Yeah.
As someone who comes in at the very end and is like, I am baseball fan, go Mariners, let's get to your first World Series. A Mariners-Dodgers World Series, I'm nervous for my M's, but I just want them to get there first.
Yeah, they're going to, I mean, whoever it is going to be up against it. But yeah, it just feels like they're going to get this done again. It does. It feels like the Dodgers. I just don't know how you compete.
Money can't buy happiness, but it can buy you a World Series.
You're damn right it will. Because like you said, I just don't know how you compete with that lineup.
It's depressing.
Yeah.
All right, we got to take a break. When we come back, D'Angelo Williams is going to join us. We never know what we'll chat with D'Angelo about, but we will find out after a quick break.
You ready? I've been ready. What are we waiting for?
The boy is mine.
Intelligence, his all-new tour.
You're the other white meat. Wembanyama, how can you be so smart on one hand and so stupid on the other? Well, you're half of it. I realize I could have avoided all this years ago with one simple word. I do not. Silence!
Don't miss a Memphis. Friday, April 10th, FedEx Forum. Tickets on sale Monday, September 29th at jefftudham.com.
Nate Bargatze.
Look, I say a lot of dumb stuff. I try to keep it in front of large groups. Seems to go better that way.
Big Dome Eyes World Tour.
When you say something dumb one-on-one, it's a lot for that person. I'll say it, then I can just feel that they feel the weight of my life on their shoulders.
Tickets and info at NateBargatze.com. Don't miss the Big Dumb Eyes World Tour. Nate Bargatze.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Jaron Jackson has a message for y'all. Jaron, say it now.
What?
It's the best show in the world.
Yeah, Trip. When I showed up at the event last night, he goes, "You got the biggest show in the world." And I said, "No, I really don't." And he goes, "To me, you do. I see you every day." I asked him why he doesn't just walk up here, and he's like, "Because I don't want you to be able to prepare." I was like,
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
At dinner last night with Grizzlies head coach Tomas Isolo, and that was a pleasant experience. It is not hard to understand how a franchise could fall in love with the idea of him running the basketball team. If there would have been a camera on our conversation last night and I could just replay it for you, you would walk away incredibly impressed.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Welcome back. It is Wednesday. That means it's time to catch up with one of our favorites, D'Angelo Williams. He joins us every Wednesday. He joins us now. D'Angelo, how are you doing today?
Okay, first of all, go Tigers. We're going to get back to that.
Go Tigers.
Okay. We're going to get back to that. Okay. I'm pissed off right now because I just found out a friend of mine is not the friend I thought he was. Have you ever played a friend in something? And
hold on, your mic just went out. Repeat.
Okay, have you ever had a friend that you played them in a board game or a game or anything, and you absolutely dominated them? I mean, you actually came back to win, but that's beside the point.
Okay.
You beat them, but then weeks and months later, you find out that they had an ailment why they couldn't perform to their best. And like I just found, like he just told me in my face, Robert Price, guy that I've known a long time. I absolutely we played cornhole, okay? And we gonna start playing cornhole every day. We played cornhole, and he was up by 6. And I'm talking about, man, he talked to me so bad that I couldn't even say nothing because everything went back to the game and how he was doing, man. I came back from 6 down, very similar to how my Tigers came down from 18 against Arkansas, pulled off the dub. He hadn't played me since. So now I found out that he had an upset stomach on game day and that's the reason why he didn't perform well. And I'm like, bro, are you for real? That's what he telling people. Because I'm going by telling people like, hey, call so-and-so, ask him how that butt whipping feel. And that's what he tell. I'm like, bro, if you were sick, you shouldn't have took the game. Don't play if you can't. We've talked about this on there about other athletes. If you cannot perform, do not step out there.
Yeah. And if you do step out there, you got to own whatever performance you have.
Agreed.
That's just the way it is. You can use it as a qualifier, but not an excuse. You can say, you know what, I wasn't feeling great, but I got to give it to him. He still came back and got the win, and respect. Next time around, I'll come back and hopefully I'm feeling better.
I'm going to tell you what comes to mind, and this is the only reason why I feel the way that I feel. That man, Michael Jordan, had the flu.
Well,
he went out there and put up those. Just listen. He had the flu. He went out there and put up mad numbers. Like if he would have had the flu and didn't put up mad numbers, we wouldn't even be talking about it because he had the flu. Right. But the fact that he had the flu and went out there and did what he had, he knew he could still perform even with the flu. I could barely get out of the damn bed with the flu.
That's true. My flu that I get after consuming certain beverages one evening would hinder me from being able to have an all-time great performance too. You know what? I think about this often. If it was the hangover game and not the flu game, I actually think it would have even like lured itself further. You know, like we would talk about it even more if we were like, oh my God, remember the hangover game from Michael Jordan? And the flu, like, listen, the flu game is iconic. It's one of those, like you mention it in a basketball community and everyone knows exactly what you're talking about. But the hangover game, I think we lost an opportunity here because I really think that we could talk about it in a way that was so funny and so real, and it would be so relatable because who hasn't had to go to work at least one time in their life, a little hungover, and you probably underperformed in your workday, but this man went out and put up numbers after doing it. So it would just have further cemented that, like, we are not one with him. He is built different and in that universe. But no, back to your point, D'Angelo. I firmly agree. If you play the game, you cannot get lost in excuses, and you can't be telling other people either. Just be quiet at that point.
Right, you just take the L, because I was like, so I'm gonna tell y'all something, and I'm gonna only say this one time, and I can't even believe that I'm about to say this, but I don't ever want my youngest daughter to see this, okay? The only race I ever lost in my life to anybody that has the last name Williams, my wife and kids, I've never lost a race to, ever. I decided this day to let her edge me. And she has been using it. First of all, she's finna be 12. This was when she was 4. Still bring it up like, hey, Daddy, you remember when I be in? And from that time, I've learned to never let any kid, like, I'm sorry, kids out there. I understand that you're going through something, but I'm also going through something too. So we can respect each other in a sense of, hey, we're athletes and we're both competing for the same thing, but I'm going for domination because I don't need you to challenge me again because you think it was close.
Oh yeah, to this day, like this goes for children and men out there. This goes for any competition with your girlfriend, partner, fiance, whatever. I beat Chris at one-on-one once, and I bring it up to this day. And now he tries to go back and rewrite history, and he tries to say, yeah, but I was letting you, get off easy early on, and then I realized it was like too late by the time I turned it on. No, I remember that gym. I remember being in the Quincy, Illinois YMCA. And I won that game, and I will never let it go, and we'll never play again because I'm not going to tear my Achilles. We move on, we grow, but I will always say that. So lesson learned, Chris. If you don't want to take the loss, play full out and teach me a lesson. And I probably would have been really pissed off in the day, but I wouldn't still be bringing it up that I won all these years later.
So I could tell you what happened with me and my wife.
He just texted me. Wait, I want to see what he said. I love when Chris texts me live. He goes, I don't rewrite history. I literally didn't play hard to start.
Yeah. So that's why like anybody could get it, but I can't remember what I was going to say.
Okay, wait. You want to talk about the Tigers, and we do too, because it's always a good bye week when you don't play and you still move up in the standings and you're still relative. And now, I don't know if you've seen this where you are, D'Angelo, but the conversation locally, everyone desperately wants College Gameday to come for the Memphis South Florida game next week. And it's become a little more logistically difficult because Memphis, South Florida is an 11 a.m. kickoff at Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium, and College Gameday ends at 11 a.m. But reports say there is still a chance. What would be your pitch to College Gameday to have them come for this game?
So I'm so lost. Like, why do we need College Gameday?
Because it's an opportunity for Memphis
showcase the program again.
Well, not just the program, but the city. Like everything around. Were you at Game Day when it was here in 2019?
Absolutely, I was there.
And wasn't it one? It was the best day.
Love the energy. Look, I'm gonna tell you something, and I hate that I even have to say this. Okay. I want to see if we'll show up without the cameras, without all the glitz and glamour. Like, hey, we're both 2 ranked teams. Everybody for a long time has always said that we don't ever play anybody. We don't ever play anybody. We don't ever play anybody. Hey, we got somebody that we get ready to play. So if you want college game day, we'll get college game day by just simply attending the games.
Okay. You know what?
Now you see what I'm saying? Like I
hear
hate that
you.
it takes college game day to bring out. I hate that it brings
It doesn't take college game day. The crowd at
it does
Memphis,
because people
Arkansas
are
was
complaining
great.
that they're not coming.
No, people want. I think it's a bigger picture thing where people would like the opportunity, as Bennett said, to shine a light on the program nationally, and it's always good when you get national spotlight and attention in a college football landscape that is predominantly overruled by SEC and Big Ten talk and Big Ten exposure and SEC exposure. And so it's great for a Memphis and a South Florida too. It's good for the American, right? To have an opportunity to show, hey, in case you didn't know, we have 2 ranked teams. Yeah. And this is one of the cities that they're in, and they go around to different spots. And I think from a Memphis standpoint, there are a lot of people who see this city get punched down on over and over and over again. And any chance you have to put Memphis in a good light on a national television program, and like you have the proof from the last time they were here, because they made Memphis look great. Everybody said they had a great time. Like, people really would like that right now, you know? It doesn't hurt. And yes, you make a great point. Like, everybody needs to show up regardless. At the end of the day, if college game doesn't come and fans don't go to the stadium, none of it mattered at all. The most important thing is for fans to be in that stadium, for the team to show up, for that game to play out in a way that Memphis asserts itself as the clear non-power conference representative for the college football playoff. But game day would be like a nice little icing on the cake that dresses it up a little bit.
But does it change your day?
I mean, it would literally change my day because I would get up to go to game day at like
I think the thing about now would be an 11 o'clock tip off, you got to choose one or the other, right? Like if we were to get game day, you're either going to do game day or you're going to go to the actual game.
No, but don't you think that's why they're dead set on doing it? I don't know if they're dead set. I don't have sourcing on
I think they'll do it at Tiger Lane.
I think they'll do it at Tiger Lane. They can't do it. My opinion is just that. You can't do it at Beale Street because you
of the
risk
tip-off
people
time, or
not being
kickoff
able
time.
to get to kickoff.
Right.
And like, listen, God bless him, but the parking at Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium is not always the most efficient of letting you in. So that's going to take people. If like there's a rush of people coming from downtown to get to Simmons Bank, I would imagine maybe you're getting in the stadium at halftime, and that like takes the whole point away. So I do think if they were to do it, it would be at Tiger Lane, and that way people could go straight from the game into the stadium. Like you're just walking in, and maybe have extra support staff so that security works quicker. You know? I don't know.
Yeah.
I am a little worried about overlooking UAB. Just a tad.
Can't be worried about overlooking UAB.
I'm just saying.
Look,
Ryan Silverfield's
D'Angelo,
not concerned about game day.
Bennett, don't be one of Bennett.
Okay, all
Bennett,
right.
Bennett, stop it. Stop it, Bennett.
All
I'm going to tell you something, and I really want y'all to understand this. We don't have to play a damn game on Saturday. We as fans can overlook it because we're not in those meetings. That's not our job to, whether or not we focus or not focus. So as fans, we can overlook them, and we could go to the South Florida game, and we can now prepare ourselves for that game and be ready to go.
I like that.
I mean, it is the battle of
Make
the bones.
D'Angelo Williams
we want to keep
guest
the
picker
bones
when game day comes.
We want to keep the Bones Trophy. It's one of the great trophies in
The
college
Battle of the
football.
Bones.
Yeah,
one of the best.
Yeah, I mean, this is not like a cool fact or anything. I never beat UAB, and here's
you never won the Bones.
I never won the Bones, but I don't think that was a trophy. But they had a quarterback there by the name of Daryl Hackney.
Okay.
Here's what's really crazy about that story. I'm only saying that because he just randomly texted me just a few minutes ago.
Oh, no way.
Yes.
Is he going
that
to the
is
game?
Wild.
Did he text you because you guys are playing this week?
Probably. No, he's looking for tickets to an NFL game for him and his brother.
D'Angelo, how often do you get asked for tickets?
Not much at all because I'm so far removed from the NFL and I don't really have like many connections or anything like that. And I don't have those connections for that purpose.
Yeah.
Because having those connections suck.
It's a burden. It's a burden.
Man. Because every time they call, you got to decipher on whether or not it's for like, is it a friend call or is this like a, hey, I need some tickets? Then you got to keep up with the events going on and stuff. Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah. I have one question from the chat if you are open to it, a football question that one of our daily listeners has been waiting since last week. CJ was supposed to ask you this last week. We never got to it. So I'm asking you today. They want to know your opinion on the state of modern offensive lines in football.
Their state.
Yes, the state of the offensive line.
Okay, so I'll give you a conversation that kind of, there's a guard here. He's 6'2". I mean, not a guard. He's a center. He's 6'2", 285 pounds, and he's really, really good.
Got it.
And I'm like, dang, man. I was like, dude, this guy, I go out and I watch him. He reminds me of Ryan Khalil. And I'm like, dude, this guy can play in the National Football League and do all these things now. And then he goes, no, he hadn't even been offered a D1 scholarship. And I'm like, what? He's like, he's too small. And I'm like, what? I've seen Ryan Khalil pull at center. He's like, oh, yeah, he pulls too. And I'm like, what do you mean he can't? They was like, no, he's not big enough. These lines are so massive right now and not only are they massive, they're not losing any athletic ability.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you're not 6'4", 6'5", and looking up at the heavens at the person that's blocking for you, then they don't want you. So that's how I look at the state of the offensive line. Like, they are so much bigger now than they were when I was playing, because the Ryan Khalils, the Jeff Saturdays, these guys like made a living, like they're Hall of Famers.
Yeah, I mean, when you just look at the lines from the biggest difference when you're watching certain teams in college play versus like an SEC team, it's always on the lines and it's always been in the trenches. But now that difference just feels like it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And then you jump to the NFL and it's the biggest of the big. And you look at, the probability, obviously the consistency of an offense in the NFL, but even you take like a rookie quarterback, and so much of their success can be based upon how good their offensive line is. And it's one of those things that's really difficult to overcome at this point. I guess that's the thing that has stood out to me, is just the offensive line's importance has elevated tremendously in the last couple of years.
And I'm a piggyback off that, because we give NIL a lot of hell. And I just want to say that this is where I think it levels the playing field in terms of Alabama. Like, all these SEC schools can't sit on 3 or 4 deep O linemen and D linemen. Those guys are taking, money at other schools to play at other places. So now it's leveling out the playing field, because just like you said, it's in the trenches is where it matters. Because Colorado last year in the trenches, you were like, okay, I feel like that's literally the only thing that's changed. And now it's like Colorado went away.
Yeah.
It's all the trenches. I agree with you, Jessica.
So why do you think there continue to be so many like injuries and sacks and plays that still take people out?
Look, I'm going to tell you something, Jessica. As a 49er fan, when you say injuries, like
listen, I'm married to one. I thought Chris was going to cry over Fred Warner, so.
I broke a remote control, guys. So my remote count is up to 4. I get a, did I tell y'all about my remote and how I operate?
Oh, yes.
So
yes.
Yeah, I get a TV that has a remote control that I can order off Amazon. And I order them by the packs, because whenever I get really pissed, Bennett, I break them. So when Fred Warner, when he went down, because literally he is our defense. And I was like, he calls the defense. Like, I think our defensive coordinator is probably having lattes during the game. He probably ain't even there, because Fred's calling that defense. That's how familiar he is with it. And when he went down, I broke a remote and turned the TV off. I knew the game was over, because we were already playing with guys that we had just picked up off the street, like in impactful roles.
Yeah.
But injuries, I'm not sure where they come from. And I don't know if it's because guys are getting bigger, if guys are getting faster, if it's playing surface. I think from the test of time every year, in football, we always say that the injuries are getting worse. Because I remember when I was playing, every year it was like, man, the injuries are getting worse. Why do you think the injuries are so much? It's a part of the game.
Yeah.
I mean, you go get in 15, 16, or 18 car crashes a week, every week. And I'm talking about that's minimum. And that's if you're not on the O-line or D-line. I'm surprised that they hold up as long as they hold up, because I understand that they operate in a 3-yard box, but screens and having to block downfield, that add up.
Well, that's where I think playing surface, especially for some of the skill players, everyone always points out MetLife, like the number of soft tissue injuries or the number of like significant injuries from ACL to Achilles that have happened at MetLife Stadium is crazy. And eventually they're going to have to make a change, but we will see. Hopefully no injuries here. D'Angelo, we will catch up with you next week. I hope we're talking about both College Game Day and a sold-out Memphis-South Florida game. And I hope that we're talking about you as the College Game Day picker. That'd be exciting.
Oh, let's go.
That would be. You should give me like a secret word that I have to sneak in at some point when I'm talking on the show.
Oh, we absolutely would.
Let's do it. Let's come up with a word. If I'm the guest picker, I'll
think
sneak
of
it in some kind of conversation.
Okay, deal.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, D'Angelo. We'll catch up with you next week. Bye.
All
That was D'Angelo Williams. He joins us every Wednesday. We'll take a quick break here. We'll come back. We're doing a little Theater Thursday on a Wednesday in honor of Bennett Doyle being behind the glass, because Bennett and I love to talk movies. And we had a big loss in the movie world this week.
Yes, we did.
R.I.P. Diane Keaton. I can't believe we lost Diane Keaton and D'Angelo, not Williams, D'Angelo, in the same week. That's tough. I don't like protect Mr. Feeney, 98-year-old Mr. Feeney at Dancing with the Stars. We'll talk about that, some movies that are out. It's a really fun time period for movies with a lot of stuff coming out that I'm really excited about right now. And I also have a fun game to play with Bennett about the best dialogue from 90s movies.
Okay.
That's after a quick break.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball. But the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board. A class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Catch us if you can at Southland Casino Hotel and win your share of up to $1.8 million in free play and prizes. Join us for drawings every Saturday in May, June, and July. Each month, over 900 winners will take home free play or drive off in a new car or motorcycle. Be there for all 6 grand finale drawings and try to catch us if you can, only at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 up. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
I had dinner last night with Grizzlies head coach Tomas Isalo, and that was a pleasant experience. It is not hard to understand how a franchise could fall in love with the idea of him running the basketball team. If there would have been a camera on our conversation last night and I could just replay it for you, you would walk away incredibly impressed.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Welcome back. It is time for a little Cedar Thursday on a Wednesday with Bennett Doyle. We're talking movies. You've seen One Battle After Another.
I have seen One Battle After Another, yes.
And it's as good as advertised.
It is for sure as good as advertised. It is one of those, like, because I've had people ask even recently, like, okay, I mean, is it, like, everyone says it's like the greatest movie. And I get it. Like, there is some hyperbole. Like, you see, like, some of the, obviously, studios want to promote a movie and stuff like that. So, like, you'll see things that are like the greatest movie of the decade. I don't know about all that. I just know it was like the best time at the movies. Like, it was, it lived up to the hype. And I think, like, even with the hype still going, I could tell someone you're going to love it no matter what how much people are hyping it up.
Okay. I'm excited to see it. We are scheduling it in on Sunday.
You're going to love it.
I am foregoing the first window of NFL. To go see One Battle After Another.
That is dedication right there. Wow.
I can't see it on a weeknight. It's too long.
Yeah.
I have to go to sleep.
I think that's how, like, for me, that's the sign of a great movie. I think it's 2 hours, 45 minutes. It does not feel like it. That thing flies.
It flies by?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
it flies.
good to know.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Is there a movie coming out that you are most excited for?
All right.
In the rest of the year?
That was one of them. Okay, I got to pull up like the list of like what's coming out because some stuff's gotten pushed back. So
I'll tell you a couple of mine. One of them that I'm very excited for is Begonia, which is the Emma Stone, Jesse Plemons new Yorgos Lanthimos movie that looks weird as hell about two men who are obsessed with conspiracies and they think that the CEO of this like big time company is an alien trying to destroy planet Earth, and it's Emma Stone like has her head shaved in it and looks crazy.
Yeah, I saw the trailer for it yesterday. It does look fun. Yep.
Speaking of wild trailers, Die My Love with Jennifer Lawrence and Robert Pattinson. Do you know what that movie's about?
No. I've seen the trailer, though.
Okay, I know what it's about, which kind of makes me mad. It was on a movie podcast that I was listening to.
I love both of them.
I love both of them, and I love the idea of this movie, and I hope that it plays out as good as expected. I'm intrigued by Christy, the Sydney Sweeney depiction of Christy Martin, the female boxer from the 90s.
I cannot wait for this movie because
too.
There is a bet going on right now on the Gary Parrish Show. I believe you were part of this discussion when I said within the next 5 years, I think this discussion happened this year. I said Sydney Sweeney is going to win an Oscar for Best Actress, and GP was like, "You're an idiot.
No way.
There is absolutely no way, and she might win it for this."
It better be the best performance of all time.
I think
she's going to have to overcome all that stuff happened this year.
She's going to get nominated. I think she's going to get nominated.
Good genes.
I think she's going to get nominated. All right.
I think she'll get nominated unless things fall off the rails. Please, somebody give an award to Cynthia Erivo or Ariana Grande for Wicked for Good.
So that one is obviously one that's like I'm interested about, which comes out around Thanksgiving. As far as like most anticipated, you're gonna laugh at me.
Zootopia 2.
Well, yes. Predator Badlands. I'm very excited about.
Is it Elle Fanning in that one?
Fanning's in it. Yes.
I saw the poster for it today, and it looked really cool.
Yeah, she plays an android, and befriends a predator. It appears. I'm also excited about Avatar: Fire and Ash. I just am. Listen, those movies can be silly. And I totally get like people saying, "Come on, man!" Like the blue alien things, and it's a rip off of like Fern Gully. I get it, but like, man, you go see those at the movies, and that 3D technology that I think like 3D movies can be. It's kind of they can be silly at times and not worth it and not worth paying that extra price. It is for that. Going and seeing those in 3D. I saw the first one way back when in 3D, saw the most recent one, The Way of Water in 3D, and it's like it's like being on a ride. It's insane. Yeah. So
I saw this new theater. I don't know where it is, and I don't know what it's called, but it's like an immersive experience.
The 4D theater.
To see The Matrix.
Yeah.
Where the walls like come out and it builds the world that you're in, and they have the like feeling of bullets swooshing past you. I was like, oh, damn. And tickets weren't as expensive as I thought they were. They were like $65, which is crazy for a movie, but from an experience standpoint, I thought that was pretty good. I'm really excited for Hamnet. The Jesse Buckley, Paul Mescal movie. I love both of them so much. And that comes out around Christmas. And then you gave me your embarrassing, so I'll give my embarrassing. They did a pro shot of the musical Merrily We Roll Along, starring Daniel Radcliffe from Harry Potter fame. And it also stars Jonathan Groff and Lindsay Mendez. And I had the chance to see it when I was in New York, and it's one of my favorite musicals of all time. And they're releasing the pro shot in theaters. And I will be seated. And Merrily We Roll Along, somebody is making the movie right now. It's Richard Linklater's recent project. And it's going to take 20 years to film. So it stars Ben
like
Platt.
he did with Boyhood.
Yes. It stars Ben Platt, Paul Mescal, Beanie Feldstein, and I think someone else big is in it. But they're taking 20 years to film it because they work backwards from the relationship of these three friends, like where it ends versus where it begins. It's one of the most beautiful stories about friendship that has ever been written, and like painful stories about friendship. I sobbed in this show multiple times, and I can't wait. That comes out in December.
A couple more that I'm excited about. Obviously, I'm stoked about Frankenstein. That's going to be on Netflix, but I'm really excited about that one. I love Guillermo del Toro, and it's a great cast, so that's going to be fun. There is The Bride, which is the other Frankenstein movie that's coming out that's directed by Maggie Gyllenhaal. That looks a little...
I'm intrigued.
TBD.
Okay.
We'll see. And I want to see Marty Supreme, new Timothy Chalamet. Like, he's going to be nominated for Best Actor there. Yeah, I think it's his time. Like, this dude is putting out constant bangers, and I think his time is now. So,
do you think that the Bruce Springsteen movie starring Jeremy Allen White is going to be any good?
I hope so. Nebraska's...
Let me rephrase. Do you care?
Yes.
Okay.
That's one of my favorite albums of all time, Nebraska. And it's about the making of that album.
Yes.
And so I love Jeremy Allen White.
I do
He's
too.
great. He's obviously great in The Bear. I thought he was great in Iron Claw. Great actor. So yeah, I'm a little nervous about it.
Okay.
I've just seen mixed things.
Okay.
But I want to see
I just
it.
think it's another music biopic so close to... Why can't I think of the Dylan one from last year? The name of the Dylan one with Timothy.
Oh my God! Why can't I?
It wasn't that memorable.
I saw it in theaters.
I enjoyed it. I saw it in theaters too.
I keep.
But I'm not going to sit here and think about it all the time.
Is it Deliver Me from Nowhere?
No, it's definitely not
what's
that.
What's Deliver Me from Nowhere?
Bob Dylan movie. It was called A Complete Unknown.
A Complete Unknown. What's Deliver Me from Nowhere?
Is that a biopic too?
Maybe. I don't know. Oh, that's the Bruce one, right? No. What's the Bruce one called?
That's the Bruce
That's
one.
the Bruce one. Yeah, what the hell?
I just called Springsteen.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. No, the Bob Dylan one was good. It was good.
I saw a preview for a movie coming out on Netflix this holiday season, which is just like a stupid little Netflix rom-com. Netflix's attempt at making better versions of Hallmark holiday movies. And it stars Alicia Silverstone and Oliver Hudson. It's called A Merry Little Xmas.
I'll watch it.
It looked adorable.
Yeah.
I'm like, sign me up for this. And it comes out like early November. So you can watch it for Thanksgiving. You can watch it for Christmas. You can watch it whenever you want to do at this point. I am excited. There's a lot of really fun movies coming down the pipeline. And obviously we start getting into award show.
Yeah. Did you see? Like, I don't know if there's anything big coming out this weekend. Like the big release in theaters right now is the new Tron movie, which totally bombed.
I have no interest.
You know what it is, and I had a feeling that this was going to happen. I mean, obviously, like Jared Leto's he's the star of the movie, and he's had some stuff going on, like in the press, that's not favorable.
Yeah.
And so I'm not sure how well they promoted it, but at the same time, I think they did this movie. The last one was pretty good. That Tron Legacy, it was pretty good. That came out like maybe a decade ago at this point. But you know, they had that ride, and what Disney does is they try to put out something to promote something else. So it's like, okay, we have this new Tron ride that everybody loves. Let's do a movie, get people more excited about it. Then they're going to want to buy tickets to our theme park and go ride the Tron ride.
Disney's biggest moneymaker is theme parks.
It is, yeah.
And they just raised prices. Just when you think do you think,
they
as someone with a family...
Oh, we're priced out.
Do you think Disney will become like a luxury vacation that only really wealthy families can go to.
Yes, like
that makes me so sad.
We used to, and we've obviously gone as a family multiple times, and we used to really, be able to. It's obviously like an amazing trip, and your kids love it and have a blast. But like, it has gotten to the point where we're just like, we can't do this. Like, we can't do this anymore. I know. It's crazy how expensive it is. It's and they the nickel and diming. Like, I don't know. It's kind of makes me feel gross a little bit.
I do want to see the After the Hunt movie that just came out with Julia Roberts and Io Debris.
That one's not getting good.
Oh, it's not.
It's not getting much love either. Yeah, but I love that cast. I mean,
love the cast.
Yeah.
I love Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, he's awesome. I'll go. I might wait till it comes out. Like, watch it at home, kind of thing.
We did have a big loss in the movie community, which was one of those. I understand that we're getting to the age where these hit us the way our parents were impacted by past deaths of actors who died in older age. Diane Keaton was only 79 though, and I don't know why that feels so young at this point. But don't you feel as if we're normally hearing about people in like the late 80s, early 90s? And so when it says Diane Keaton dead at 79, it just hit in a very surprising way.
Well, we didn't know that she was like sick or anything like that.
And people still don't really know what happened. It feels like it was a private, pretty quick decline of her health that only her family knew about. And it happened rather quickly. She was just in like a recent project.
Yeah. And she was directing later in her career too.
Yeah. She was one of my favorite actresses of all time because she was one of my mom's favorite actresses. And so like when you're a young girl and you're being influenced by a parent on watching something, like my mom taught me, would use Diane Keaton when you're going through like adolescence problems of trying to fit in. She'd be like, well, look at Diane Keaton. She always stands out. She wears suits and sneakers. She has her own style. And like anytime I had a problem with a boy, my mom would be like, well, Diane Keaton never got married and look at her. And I'd be like, okay, I'm just like Diane Keaton. Like, cool. But
damn right you are.
Like she turned me on Annie Hall probably way too early in life.
That's one I appreciated, obviously, as an adult. Yeah.
Yes. I rewatched it in college when I was in film school for a hot second.
Yeah. Like when I was first getting into movies, obviously The Godfather, like it's, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Have you ever watched The Godfather Epic?
What do you mean?
Have you heard of this?
No.
Our boss, one of our bosses, Pugs, was telling me yesterday about there is a version of The Godfather that takes all of The Godfathers and puts every scene, including every extended and cut scene, in chronological order, and it's a 7.5-hour movie.
Oh, that's cool.
And so it like takes it out of order, but it goes from the beginning to the end.
So
it goes from like Ellis Island to.
So I recently rewatched because I'd never seen the newer version that Francis Coppola did of Part 3, Coda. It was like the director's cut, and they added some stuff. I think that one's great. I like it. I mean, I think it's obviously doesn't stand close to the first two, but I think it's really good in its own right. Yeah.
I want to watch it, but I don't have 7.5 hours. I feel like to do it right, you should sit for 7.5 hours and watch the thing in its entirety.
Yeah.
Like I should dedicate. That feels like an off-season project.
Yes.
Not one to start when the Grizzlies are playing their 4th preseason game.
No.
They're staring down an 82 game, hopefully more season with the playoffs ahead. But no, obviously like Annie Hall and Godfather and Manhattan are some of her more acclaimed works. But I swear to you, The First Wives Club was one of the most impactful movies for me in my entire life.
It's so funny you say that too.
Because
like,
I saw your wife posted about it too, and I was like, we are on the same page here.
And like my mom loved it, so like I saw it when I was younger. Like I know it's just such a random movie that I think so many people love. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
I really think it comes down to it was a really great story on female friendship and the idea that like friends can come and go, but you can always come back together and get into like mischief and adventureness. And they'll stand by you when things with a man potentially goes off the rails. And it really just taught a lot of young girls, like, do not put up with men doing stupid stuff. Like if you're getting cheated on, like their whole notion of Don't Get Mad, Get Everything,
Mm-hmm.
and Ivana Trump being in it is so funny.
So good.
Like, what a long gameplay of the First Wives Club.
Yep.
But then there's the music scene at the end with You Don't Own Me. And to this day, like when I hear You Don't Own Me, I get really happy and I do like the little dance that they're doing out into the streets at the end. So that one made me sad. Something's Gotta Give with Jack Nicholson was amazing. And
Yeah,
there's like
it's
a
great.
note on Jack Nicholson talked about how he went to Nancy Meyers at one point and said, I think Diane is in love with me. And it really was just like, she was so good in the role that for a moment he forgot that she was acting.
Oh, yeah.
And like
okay.
the characters, like she was in love with his character, but he was like, I think she's actually in love with me. And like, no, she wasn't. She was just like so good at acting and being a part of the moment. Do you watch the Family Stone at Christmas?
Yes.
It's gonna hit a little harder this year.
I do. That's a good one. That's a
Father of
super
the
underrated
Bride.
Christmas movie. Yep.
Yeah, all of them are pretty good. So R.I.P. Diane Keaton.
Yes.
We'll talk about D'Angelo on Music Friday, but that one hit yesterday as well at 51. I've got his greatest hits throughout today. I was listening to You're My Lady earlier, and I was like, oh, I miss like good, constant male-driven R&B music is something that I don't think we have enough of right now. Before we go, fun little bit that Shea Serrano, who is wonderful with all things movies and sports, he was trying to figure out the most popular single line of dialogue from a 90s movie.
Okay.
And when I thought you were on the show Thursday, we were going to draft popular 90s dialogue, but instead we're just going to have a discussion. This is the list that he started with.
Okay.
Number 1, draw me like one of your French girls.
I mean, yeah, Titanic, like it's just like one of those classic movies at this point. And,
Yes.
and it's Leo and Kate Winslet, like, you know, James Cameron,
Yes.
as 90s as it gets. Yeah, I think that, I don't know if that line just like stands out, but having a line from that movie makes sense.
I think my favorite line is paint me like one of your French girls, and I say it all the time in like the most just basic situations. I'll be like outside on a run, sweaty and gross, and I'll be like, paint me like one of your French girls. But I
Yeah.
think I'm King of the World is actually the more iconic
It
line
for
from
sure is.
Titanic.
It
If we had to pick
definitely
one
is.
from Titanic, Leo doing I'm King of the World on the boat would be number 1. I See Dead People,
Yeah.
I mean,
Sixth Sense.
to,
Yeah.
to this day. Houston, We Have a Problem.
Okay, let me make sure I get all these right. That's
Yes.
Apollo 13.
Yes.
Yep.
My favorite thing about Houston, We Have a Problem is like that's the only reason that I know about Apollo. Like watching Apollo 13 is the only reason I know the Houston, We Have a Problem
Yep.
story.
Right.
And Apollo 13.
Okay, I want to
and
see if I
everything
can
that came
get
with
all
it.
these.
Okay. Show Me the Money.
That's Jerry Maguire.
That's Jerry Maguire. You Had Me at Hello.
Okay,
You
what
can do
is-
it. You can do it.
You Had Me at Hello.
Oh, I know you can do it.
You Had Me at Hello.
It's the same movie.
Oh, it's Jerry Maguire?
Yeah. They're both from Jerry Maguire.
Okay, that was a trick right
That was
there.
a trick.
Okay.
Hasta La Vista, Baby.
Terminator 2, Judgment
2.
Day. Yep.
You Can't Handle the Truth.
Jerry Maguire. Or no,
No.
A Few Good Men. A Few Good Men. Yeah. Same
Clever
actor.
Girl.
That's
You know
Jurassic
this.
Park. Yep.
Yes.
Jurassic Park.
Welcome to Earth.
Welcome to Earth. Independence Day.
Yes. And I Know Kung Fu.
What is that from?
It's from The Matrix.
What?
It's from The Matrix. It's Neo.
Yeah,
It's Neo in The
not a-
Matrix.
I mean, I don't know about that.
like, I know Kung Fu.
I don't like that one.
I have better ones.
Okay, good. I have a couple myself.
I would add To Infinity and Beyond.
Yes,
Easily.
for sure.
Like, this
yes,
is an easy add-on.
without question. That's an easy one.
Okay, give me one of yours.
Okay, I don't know. This one, I think in the social media era has become even bigger, but funny how? What's funny about me to you? Do I amuse you?
Oh.
Goodfellas?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you see the meme all the time.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so I
you
think
get
the
that
same
Ray
thing,
Liotta laughing.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
Like, I think Bye Felicia had a life outside of Friday. Like, that has stayed
Yep.
forever. Like,
You
Bye
mentioned-
Felicia has become a part of the normal lexicon.
You mentioned Alicia Silverstone. I think
Oh, As
As
If.
If is huge.
As
yeah.
If is a massive one.
Yeah.
The Dude Abides.
The Dude, yeah.
Lebowski would be a big one.
Okay, there is a ton of them from Can't Hardly Wait. Like that.
Yes.
Chester Cheetah.
Is that 90s?
I think that's 90s, yeah.
That's
Can't
98?
hardly-
That's
yeah.
way later than I thought it was. I think also if you do Can't Hardly Wait, you could do something from American Pie. I don't know which one you would use, but something from American Pie. First rule of Fight Club is you don't talk about Fight Club.
Yeah, Fight Club's a big one.
So you're saying there's a chance? Jim Carrey, Dumb and Dumber. So you're saying there's a chance? You don't say that all the time.
No, that's a good one. No,
That's a me thing.
That's a good one. I'm trying to think of like some of the biggest movies of the 90s just off the top of my head.
I'm just a girl standing in front of a boy asking him to love her. Notting Hill. Julia Roberts mentioned.
Good one from Alan. Life is like a box of chocolates.
Oh,
You never
that's
know
a
what you're
great
gonna
one.
get. Yeah.
That's a really good one.
Yeah. Okay.
Any other ones?
Those
Those are the only ones that I came up with off the top of my head.
I know. I if I would have like known that we were gonna do this, I would have had a whole list of them. But now I'm just having a brain fart.
Oh, You're Killing Me, Smalls.
Yeah. Oh my God, we
You're Killing
watched
Me,
it this. So we
Smalls.
watch it
Yeah.
every summer.
Yeah. What's in the Box? From Seven.
Yep, that's pretty good
One
too.
of my all-time favorites. Holy Shnikes from Tommy Boy.
Yeah. So we had Jurassic Park. What else did Spielberg do in the 90s that was huge? And I had a Scorsese one.
All right.
Yeah.
Dazed and Confused.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Are You Not Entertained? Gladiator. That had to be right on the cusp of
That was
1,000.
that actually
2000.
might be 2000.
It is 2000
Yeah.
on that because I remember that year. A great year of movies. That's a pretty good list, though.
I like that. Yeah, I'm a fan of Shay. He's got the he collects VHS tapes now and has he's building his
Physical
own
media.
his own blockbuster. So I love that.
I'm really happy.
Special place in my heart.
I just really like his good movie breakdowns.
Yeah, me too.
And I get his newsletter every day, and this week was Titanic, and I really appreciate. He'll go through scene by scene and talk about his favorite scenes. I'm like, wow, that's the dream.
I gotta
that's
revisit.
Bennett and my dream.
Yeah, it's been years.
It's been since you watched Titanic.
Yeah.
You want to know the last time I watched Titanic? I ended up in a bar in New York, and it was daylight saving time, and they decided to stay open all night and into the wee hours of the morning, whenever daylight saving time hit, and I think it was 4 a.m., and they just played Titanic on repeat. So I watched Titanic twice in one dive bar.
I don't know if
in
they
the East Village.
I don't know if they still have it. I don't even know if Hollywood Casino had a replica Titanic. They have movie props there. Yeah, at the one in Tunica.
Yeah.
And they
They had
had
a Titanic.
I think that's still there. I want to say it's still there. I don't know why they would have gotten rid of it. They have a little water area, and there's a big Titanic sinking into it. It's pretty cool.
There's a Titanic museum in Gatlinburg.
Well, there you go. Yeah.
I think it's actually a voyage of the it's an interactive experience. Because when I think Titanic, I think the Smoky Mountains.
Absolutely.
One and the same.
Yeah.
All right. Bennett, thanks
stuff.
for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for fixing everything.
Yeah.
We have a Grizzlies preseason game tonight. Hey, guess who you can hear on the radio? John Roser.
That's right.
He's doing pregame, postgame, halftime. Him and Bennett are splitting the away game duties this season for the Memphis Grizzlies radio network. Eric Hasseltine will be on the call. You can have your entire FanDuel TV sports crew with Pete, Brevin, Rob from Greensboro, 6 p.m. Grizzlies Hornets. We'll be back tomorrow to talk about it all. It'll be Thursday. We'll see you then. Bye.